This program is brought to you by Hungry Jack's and Bunnings Warehouse.
Both clubs kicked off NBL24 with a win, but the question is, who continues that form tonight? The Breakers looking every bit championship contenders in round one, and tonight they look for another win before heading stateside and taking on the Portland Trailblazers and the Utah Jazz. The Bullets are hoping to flip last year's disappointments, and early signs look like they have the squad to make some noise. They made a good start to NBL24, knocking over the Sixers and Brizzy. So will Sobey and the Bullets rain fire on the Breakers, or will the Breakers dodge them like Neo in the Matrix? Great to have you here with us tonight here in Auckland, Tamaki Makaurau. The sun was shining all day long. Good day, good night as the Breakers and the Bullets kickstart round two here at Spark Arena in Auckland. It's the final day, or second to last day of school holidays, so parents can rejoice. There is kids, abundance of them around the arena here tonight. It is going to be rocking. I'm Brooke Rusko, joined by Casey Frank. And Case, it's been a great start for both of these squads.
Both came out and got the job done, but they got the job done against teams that weren't quite at full strength. Adelaide waiting on import cans without multiple players. So tonight might be the first real test of where we're going to see these teams match up against each other in the league this season.
Well, there's good news for the Breakers and there's bad news. Finn Delaney is out tonight, but the good news, the captain, the guy who steers the ship, Will McDowell-White, is back in purple and black tonight.
Finn Delaney instrumental in the victory last week, but Will McDowell-White comes in and he gives this offense a little steadiness in the half court. Really interested to see what his partnership with PJC comes back to, but he is an irreplaceable player for this Breakers lineup. They can't wait to have him back.
Well, it's going to be a huge round two. Let's take a quick look at some of the games that we have matched up across the board. In Case, what do you see here that you really like?
I mean, I like everything, but if I've got one circled, I'm looking at the Jack Jumpers and the Kings. Really interested to see the Jack Jumpers open on their home court and see what the Kings got on the road. The defending champions are going to get tested every night of the week.
Well, one guy who wants to test the defense every single time he can fill it up as well is Parker Jackson Cartwright. He was huge in game one. He had 25 points, 8 assists, 6 steals in under 30 minutes. He is small in stature, but Case, he is big where it matters.
I don't care about the height. I care about the game, and the game is large, barely fits in the stadium. Great scorer, fantastic, but what he does defensively, instrumental to where the Breakers want to be this season. That ball pressure, he's got to keep it up.
Well, let's use that word once again, instrumental. Nathan Sobey has to be instrumental for this Brisbane Bullets team, and he is back once again in the blue and gold.
Got off to a great start, a bit more aggressive offensively, bringing in Shannon Scott at that point guard position, allows Nathan Sobey to play off the ball a little bit more and put more energy into scoring. He's a natural scorer, and on the defensive end.
Well, we love the numbers, we love matchups. Let's take a quick look at the head-to-head between Parker Jackson Cartwright, and Nathan Sobey. In Case, where is this one going to be won?
Well, probably behind the line. Neither team really shot the ball great. We don't see those stats, but I think they both improved there. You can see 22 minutes for Nathan Sobey. He might be able to pick up those minutes load in a game that's going to be a little bit tighter. And I wouldn't be surprised to see PJC's minutes come down a little bit with the reinsertion of William McDowell-White.
Well, we talked about it at the top of the show, but it is a huge loss for the Breakers just in tonight's game. But no Finn Delaney. How important is that going to be for the Breakers tonight?
Well, it's tremendous. He's a leader on the court with his play, but also with his leadership and his style of play with everyone else. The shooting that he provided last week was really key to the Breakers' half-court chances. So without him there, somebody else is going to have to step up in that power forward position. And we're going to see more Zylan Cheatham, Mango Matiang matchups together. They'll go a little bit bigger and try and compete with this Brisbane Bullet side on the glass.
Hey, Case, before we throw it to Mel, someone's early O has to go. Who you got tonight?
I'll go with the Breakers on their home court. They're looking very determined. Brisbane's got to prove it that they're playing at this level.
There you go. Hey, Andrew Mulligan, it's almost showtime, baby.
It certainly is. Thank you, gentlemen. It is going to be an excellent game tonight between two teams who started that season round one very strong indeed. Starting five for your BNZ New Zealand Breakers. Jackson Cartwright, welcome back. Will McDowell-White, Justinian Jessup at the 3. Abercrombie at the 4. And Zylan Cheatham at the 5. A small, fast, dangerous unit for Modi Moa. No Finn Delaney, as you heard, but Azali Alpha under an injury cloud. He will suit up and come off the bench in this game. Starting five for the Brisbane Bullets. They are big and physical. Nathan Sobey is the heart that beats for this team, and Shannon Scott and Chris Smith will play the perimeter. Matthew Johns, the development players in the starting lineup, and Aaron Baines. I'll only mention it once, born in Gisborne, NBA champion with the San Antonio Spurs, but a boomer through and through. Mody Maor, he's got to play the Portland Trail Blazers in 2 days' time. Here are your referees. They're only focusing on the Bullets. They've got an NBA trip coming up, but we are focused on this game tonight. Spark Arena, loud as per usual. Casey Frank.
They are ready for this one to go. They've been waiting for it all day long, and certainly the Breakers have that NBA trip, but all that matters is the wins and losses. Got to get off to a great start. The league is so tight this season talent-wise that if you don't get off those wins early, it's going to come bite you in the back later.
Again, it's the Breakers team that is dealing with injuries. Every team deals with injuries, but they really haven't had their full roster available at all. World Cup campaigns, injuries, load management through the blitz with Nichols. We are ready to go at Spark Arena.
I'm not going to fight you here. I'm not going to fight you.
And it will be Will McDowell-White. He's got a brace on that left hand with a broken hand suffered in pre-season. And it's Shannon Scott on him.
Speaking to Coach Mody Maor, he's saying that the cushion up there, the brace is bigger than it needs to be just to protect the area, but William McDowell-White has looked good. He's looked confident in training with it.
This is why they brought Simon Cheatham into this lineup. He is fast and athletic, and he just leapt over the top of the defense, and he'll go to the line to shoot two.
Well, the speed with which he gets off that on-ball screen and explodes out of it, right after that catch, he is already shot off the floor as if he hit a trampoline up in the air. Aaron Baines stuck out of position there, has no choice but to foul. Zylan Cheatham, we spoke to him briefly before the game. He's such a versatile player, just out there to do whatever is needed. Spent the last few seasons trying to make the NBA out of the G League, despite being chased here and there by Coach Mody Maor.
Cheatham, as we said on Saturday night against the Cairns Taipans, he is a player that Mody on for a long time for the Breakers. Makes the second. Sobey with the ball.
It'll be interesting to see how long the Breakers stay with Mengo Matiang on the bench. This is a big, strong Brisbane Bullets lineup that dominates the offensive glass, and the Breakers couldn't beat the Cairns Taipans on the glass last game.
They put their best defender out there, and it's Justinian Jessup rather with the steal, but Abercrombie was picking up Sobey on that one. Jessup has the ball. Cheatham thought about it. It's the second time he's had a look at a three, thought better of it. Now he shoots it in rhythm. Sobey with the rebound.
Well, they're going to challenge him to make that shot. Doesn't feel comfortable. He's got to draw it.
Shannon Scott with the finish, and Parker Jackson Cartwright goes down with the foul. Fouled out on Saturday night against the Taipans, and we will see teams attack him.
They're going to keep going to the painted area when he's got the defensive assignment. A great explosion by Scott there. Puts his head down. Jackson Cartwright gambles for the basketball. Gets a lot of body, no arm, and Scott with a bit of an acrobatic finish to kick things off for the Bullets.
Oh, Zylan Cheatham. That could be 2 points right there.
It's only one. Nice try.
No, it's only one, says Michael Aylan.
No, Baines, it's only one, mate.
Aaron Baines thought it might have been two. I thought it might have been two. It's only one.
That's another new rule, Michael Aylan, always letting us know about the rules. Very appreciated.
Arguably the GOAT referee. Parker Jackson Cartwright the other way.
I feel like your Twitter/X is going to hit up by a lot of officials tonight.
Oh, come at me.
Beautiful, explosive move there by Parker Jackson Cartwright. We see the speed, but as impressive as the speed is the fact that he can take the physical pounding that teams are trying to throw at him. They think he's small. They keep attacking him in the post defensively, trying to be physical with him. In week one, he shed everything off that the Cairns Taipans brought to him. Looking to do the same tonight against what is probably a more physical, bigger Bullets lineup.
Yeah, it is a physical team, that is for sure. Chris Smith, foul. PJC picks it up, and the second foul shot, and puts it in. Breakers extend their pressure, it's Token, they drop back. There's Sobey. Abercrombie on him, game 401 for Tom Abercrombie. Justinian Jessup, stolen by Will McDowell-White. Smith on him. Will McDowell White. And he's fouled. Physical game already. Both teams challenging each other at the rim.
Well, I love the rack attack by Will McDowell White. Just squeezes in there. Too much space on the handoff. And I look at how he wraps up the ball here to take it away. Any opportunity for the defenders to slap it out of his arms so he can get it up on the rim. Nice aggressive physical attack, and the Breakers putting pressure on the Bullets to stay out of foul trouble. That's the third foul already in this ball game, just a minute 22 gone.
Legend has it, the Bullets made a run at the hometown boy, Will McDowell White. Commiserations to the McDowell White family for the Brisbane Lions loss in the AFL Grand Final. Father Darryl, an AFL legend, played for the Lions, three-peat champion as well. Nervous times for Will McDowell White last Saturday night with the AFL Grand Final on at the same time. Here we are, Breakers with a 5-3 lead. Sobey moving inside to the bigger Baines. Double Kane. Ball is moved to the corner. Sobey, three ball. Rebounds. Falls to Scott. He shoots the three. And it's Cheatham with the box out and the rebound.
That first rotation, that shot's going to be there for Sobey if they send that double team into the post on Baines as PJC gets the foul, but might be a little worse for wear after it.
Man, these two teams want to go straight into your chest. Right at Shannon Scott here. Contact and right into Aaron Baines' knee. Aaron Baines' knee, if you didn't know, is made of actual granite.
That is twisted Gizzy steel, I'm pretty sure.
Absolutely.
Forged in New Zealand, but properly put together in Australia.
Reinforced through Australia and the NBA. No shooting foul on that one. Before he got into his process, but here he is. Finish is superb. Gets around Mitch Norton, who subbed in.
That burst of speed just neutralizes the defense. Baines not in bad position, but the explosive move by PJC gets to the rim so quickly he can't adjust to contest that layup.
Norton's in there for Smith, who's got 2 fouls and sits. Another steal, almost. Loose ball is picked back up by Scott. Another steal, no, it's picked back up by Baines. Breakers all over the glass, and they're all over the passing lanes.
Well, the Bullets had 20 offensive rebounds in their first game. 23 offensive rebounds in their first game. Already got two.
Sorry, Casey, it's 62 rebounds.
That's a lot of boards. The Breakers barely even they only got up 63 shots.
Will McDowell White on the reverse. Made him all at half court. Almost beat everybody down.
McDowell White, aggressive offensively. He's done a lot of work on his game in the offseason, a lot of that in the catch and shoot, but the drive looking pretty good early.
And we got a foul. It could be Parker Jackson Cartwright second. It is. That is his second. He gambled. And Sam McDaniel coming for the Bullets. Leafa. And here's the reverse from McDowell White.
Take a look at the move by William McDowell White. A little hesitation like he's going to go back, but then spins back straight to the layup. Nathan Sobey made a move like that last round that ended up in a dunk, so a little bit of his own medicine coming back to him.
Nathan Sobey was huge. Adelaide got out to 15-0 in the first quarter. Baines poked away by McDowell White. Baines with the right hand gets the roll.
Not the way you drew it up, but it's always better to be lucky and good. If you can get both of those together at the same time, it works well. Cheatham needs to not worry about that three-point shot, contest late, so he doesn't give up that dribble drive action.
McDowell White fires it to Cheatham in the corner. How did he see him? Oh, he knocks him down as well.
That is a beautiful pass. Unbelievable as Baines just throws that one straight through Thomas Abercrombie to get the foul. I thought it might have been offensive, but the precision with which William McDowell White delivered that pass in the corner off one hand, doesn't even pick it up and contest. Look at that, right in the pocket. Zylan Cheatham doesn't move at all. That is phenomenal placement by the point guard there. You just, that's a shooter's dream, getting catches like that.
Right in his chest for the shooting motion. And we got a foul the other way. Harrison will check in on the second make. Jackson Cartwright just checking his jaw.
Well, it wouldn't be the first player who fouled Aaron Baines with his jaw.
Aaron Baines, 12 and 13 rebounds against the 36ers on the weekend in round one. Makes the second. I hope you set your Supercoach lineups. As Harrison comes in for Baines. Tyrell Harrison, a tall drink of water as well. The Kiwi has spent time in the Sales NBL for the Franklin Bulls.
Had 4 blocks in the first game. His production when he stays on the court has been phenomenal his entire career. Injuries and lack of court time has hurt his effectiveness though.
Again, it's just good defense from Mitch Norton.
That's a jump ball. Nobody saw who it went off of. Abercrombie saying it went off right off McDaniel. You got to see that one. Not going to the replay, making the call, taking a second look at it. We'll take a look. It does go off Nordo's foot there.
And they're going to take a timeout, and now they're not going to have a timeout. They're allowed to have a timeout.
Well, it's talking about the replay.
Yeah.
And they're saying, I think they're telling him you can't replay, you can't challenge that call. Sounds like what they're telling him.
So it will be.
So I believe maybe a jump ball isn't challengeable.
Yeah, that's
it's
right.
Another rule with which I'm unfamiliar, but somebody will let me know about it eventually.
Maybe at Casey on X as well, put me on his Twitter. Sobey felt the contact into the traffic. Nathan Sobey. There are no easy baskets in the paint tonight.
Strong move, Sobey. A lot of contact. First on the drive, then on the finish. McDowell White not quite set apparently to take that charge. I thought his feet might have been in the charge circle.
Jessup. The Arthur. Now it's Abercrombie down low over Norton. Good defense, even better offense. Would you believe he's closer to 40 than he is 30 on a shot like that?
Not by looking at him, he must moisturize. A difficult shot though, going the wrong way off the right foot, still able to get him the drop.
Definitely with an SPF 15 in it as well, Casey. There's Harrison, Cheatham all over him. McDaniel falling away. Nice offense, Sam McDaniel.
Really patient offensively there by McDaniel. A little shoulder shrug, a little elbow to clear that space on Cheatham and give himself enough room to get off that baseline mid-range shot.
This is a good matchup between Norton and McDowell White. Now the switch. Jessup, Cheatham, Harrison out on him. All moving around the perimeter for the Breakers. 3 to shoot. Cheatham stripped away by Shannon Scott. Liafa's back. Scott into his motion. Good defense from Isaiah Liafa. He looks up ahead. Oh, Sobey picks it up like a DB.
Back and forth action early in this one. The Bullets putting pressure on the rim.
Oh, Nathan Sobey at the other end with the and one.
Well, Sobey just hunting contact with the ball in his hand right now. He just absolutely attacks Zylan Cheatham on that drive after the beautiful steal. Read that perfectly to ignite that offense. And look at him attack Zylan Cheatham there. Didn't look like he was out of position, but regardless, he picks up the foul.
Already 8 fouls in this quarter. 4.5 to go. Isaac White ready to check in at the scores table.
Just too much space for Sobey on those drives right now on those one-on-ones. You got to pinch in from the wings a bit, force him to be a passer. When he's this aggressive on the rim, you're putting a lot of pressure on that back line of defense to try and contain him after he gets around that initial defender.
He'll take a seat. White in there now.
Yes, mate, you can.
Mango Mathiang out there as well. He's out there for Tom Abercrombie. A paint presence, Mathiang. Ken Glidden approaching the scorers table as well for the Breakers. Up high comes Cheatham. Looking at Modi. They're all with the directions. Mathiang found the contact. Harrison, good defense, pulls down the rebound. Isaac White over half court.
Really quick timing on that rebound to challenge and get up on the rim for 4.
Ah, good challenge by White into the chest of Mathiang. And we got a timeout. Modi Maor, seen enough here. And it's the Breakers down now 2. 16-14.
Well, after an initial push by the Breakers where they had a good solid lead, they're up 12-5 at one point.
And Casey caught up with Zylan Cheatham before the game.
Here I am with what can probably be called the human highlight film of the NBL. A lot of highlights up there, but your game is much more than just the highlights. Can you share with the fans what they can expect to see from you on the court this season?
Offensive and defensive versatility. I'm the type of guy that you can plug in any situation, and I feel like I can thrive. I bring a lot to the floor, passing, rebounding, scoring, pretty much anything my team needs at the time.
Tonight coming up against a very tough Brisbane Bullets unit who dominated the glass in their first game out. In terms of that role, what can you do to slow down their efficiency in that area?
I mean, we got to match their physicality. We can't get beat on the tough game today. We got to box out for sure. Every time a shot goes up, we got to find somebody, match their energy, and I think we can use it to our advantage on offensive transition.
Appreciate the talk. Good luck tonight.
Brooke, what have you got from that timeout?
Yeah, listening to that Brisbane Bullets timeout just there, and love that they stuck with their first punch. They had the breakers offloaded, got the crowd into it, and they fought back into it nice early in this first quarter. The other thing is there's too much space right now for Will McDowell-White. He's back, he looks good, obviously, off the back of that Boomers came and pushed for the world champs, but he looks good right now. They're giving him too much space.
16-14, Brisbane with a 2-point lead.
That is a 11-2 run they've just gone on, and they've gone on that run by being aggressive on the rim. They're not settling for anything. They are putting a lot of pressure on that first point of attack, the defender to keep them out of the game, and then that back line of defense to challenge without fouling. So far, the Breakers are struggling with it.
McDowell-White to Mathiang, excuse me, and didn't quite drop down. Oh, stripped away. Scott has it taken away from him. McDowell-White behind his back. The Arthur in transition. A little short on that. Norton has it. White. Oh, easy. Isaac White through and in.
Well, that drive before the defense gets set, really well performed there. Nice passing of the ball to get it to White on the wing, who attacks. And looks like Millie McDowell-White might be a little bit puffed after not playing in a game action for a while.
Or not.
Well, he can still put the ball in the hoop. You can be tired and still score. That's okay, but a lovely on-ball action there. The mid-range served them so well a season ago.
They are attacking in transition. Now the Bullets. Parker Jackson Cartwright will spell Will McDowell-White here.
Nice screen there by Mathiang, creating that space, and William McDowell-White on the runner. It's just about an automatic bucket as Parker Jackson Cartwright checks into the game for him with those 2 fouls. William McDowell-White takes a rest, 7 minutes. Not a bad stint for a player who's been out injured, and for a lot of that injury was unable to really get up and down the court at all.
42 points in the paint for the Brisbane Bullets in round 1 against the 36ers. And in this game here, they've already got 12 points in the paint. Right at the line. Makes the second.
Off to a great start is Isaac White. 6 points already, perfect from the field. And showing some instant offensive production.
They bring Sobey back out as well. They had about a 90-second rest of game time. McDowell-White, Norton all over him. Mathiang gets him. He's called for the foul on the baseline.
Good attacks on the rim, but just enough defensively to keep Isaiah Leofita from getting that bucket in. Good rim attack afterwards, but too much arm by Mathiang. This aggressiveness early by the Breakers is going to start getting punished. 5th foul, free throws for the rest of the quarter. Sorry, 6th foul, free throws for the rest of the quarter.
Mitch Norton, an absolute vet in this league, misses the first. Former Wildcat champion.
And of course, returning to Queensland, where he started out his professional career with the Townsville Crocodiles.
Parker Jackson Cartwright, 2 fouls. Norton on him. And Glidden comes up. The alpha up high. Tang backing down Tyrell Harrison. Now it's Jackson Cartwright on the baseline. Oh, he's so quick. Puts it up and in.
and body control on that shot to be full speed, stop right there on the block, elevate without fading out of that shot to keep your platform. Just a really impressive bit of skill shown on display there.
Good defense from Cam Glidden. Sam McDaniel went over the back of Tyrell Harrison, and it's Breakers' ball. Scott comes in for Norton.
This Bullets team is aggressive on the offensive glass. They only have one on the stat sheet right now, but they have gotten their hands to pretty much every single miss they have. 7 for 12 from the field early in this one. This is after shooting just 36% in their first game of the season.
Yeah, they're crashing the glass, that is for sure. Jackson Cartwright to Cheatham. Weata with a 5-man with a smaller Sobey on him. Harrison shadows on the double. Knocked away by Tyrell Harrison, smart.
Harrison just a heady play there, taking away 2 points or the chance at it.
McDaniel on the baseline. He falls away. He's hit on the arm.
Well, McDaniel is off to a great start in his Brisbane Bullets career. Got the first double-double of his career in the season opener. Moved back down, and right now we're seeing him probably at the position that he's most suited to in that 3 spot. Played a lot of 4 in the opening game, but at that 3, his physical advantages, strength-wise, athleticism, can play even greater dividends, but he's strong enough to play that 4 when he has to.
Sam McDaniel played for the Jack Jumpers of Tasmania. This is the first. So they're now 8 of 10. Justin Schuller, first time head coach with the Brisbane Bullets. For Darryl McDonald with him, Melbourne Legion. Schuller coming from the Melbourne United setup as well, big Bandyjack as well. Speaking of Townsville Crocs. PJC. Soft touch.
Oh, he's getting such great penetration, good depth down below the dots there. Once he gets to that spot, he's able to elevate and finish with ease.
Sobey, left-hand dribble. Looking to back down Glidden. Just put it up into Glidden's arm, about the contact. And that is, the boos are raining down now. They don't like that. So that's a superstar call right there.
I think it's a good call. He got Cam Glidden up off his feet. He left his feet, and he didn't jump straight up. You can see he's leaning a bit there. See the easy, he's leaning over. Not a lot of contact, but enough.
That's an easy call.
Yeah, you have to be disciplined defensively in the post to stay on your feet. Cam Glidden not really going to be blocking too many shots, so if he just stays extended and straight up and down, it'll be a difficult make for Sobey. But right now, Sobey is playing really well in terms of thinking the game. I just like the way he's choosing to attack the Breakers. 2 for 3 from the field, 6 points to go along with 2 rebounds and a steal.
So they're now 10 of 12 on the free throw line here. Half of their points coming from the charity stripe. Breakers with 8 personal fouls on them.
And getting to the line is a skill. They shot 26 free throws in their opener last round. And you don't get there by accident. You get there by playing tough, hard-nosed basketball, attacking the rim, not relying on that 3-point shot. And that's what they're doing. As Sam McDaniel's going to have to lead the game. Not sure what the order of substitution was there, but apparently the Bullets got it wrong, so he'll stay on the sideline for a bit.
Dow White. Oh, he jammed it on the front of the rim, but Matiang is there. And that just might be the legs not right under Will McDowell White. Isaac White fires it up. Matty Johns in the game. Sobey with the crossover. Stripped away by McDowell White.
Oh, the speed that Nathan Sobey's going from the right to left on that crossover. Impressive. More impressive that Willie McDowell White was able to stick with it. Take another look at the...
Oh, don't do it to Will.
Right
don't
there,
do that to him.
Rimmed it. Get a coat hanger out, because that is straight hung. But Matiang there to help out his point guard. Take another look at the strip. Nothing but basketball. Might have been off Sobey's leg.
That is really well timed. Jessup on Sobey now. It's Scott. The former Taipan. Right hand. Wow, that is a tough finish from Shannon Scott.
Well, the Breakers just a half-second late on those switches, not getting in the right position, and the Bullets are really attacking them from the perimeter on those opportunities when they arise.
Shot clock is off to wind down the first quarter. Bullets with a 4-point lead. 7 now. McDowell White finds Jessup, puts up a contested 3, misses everything. Manny-Yang, why not? That'll do us. First quarter is over, and it is the Brisbane Bullets on the road, leading the Breakers 26-22. Welcome back, Spark Arena. It is the Brisbane Bullets on the road with a 4-point lead. They lead 26-22. Let's go to Brooke Rusco.
Yeah, listening to that Breakers timeout, and I don't know if you heard that one at home or maybe even in Australia, but Modi let rip louder than I've ever heard before. No X's and O's, there was no whiteboard. It was you are losing every single effort play in that first quarter, and let them know, lit the fire. So it'll be interesting to see how they start the second quarter.
Well, the stats pointed out the Breakers have allowed the Bullets to shoot 8 for 11 from inside the arc, 0 for 2 from beyond it, those 12 free throw attempts, and just 5 rebounds for the Breakers in the first quarter.
McDowell White off the glass and in.
And he's just got such great control of his game right now. He's so smooth. Everything looks like it's coming easy to him.
Sobey. EJC. Baines. Off the glass and in from Aaron Baines. Offensive interference as well, but that was going in regardless.
And Mango Martin got his hand on the rim trying to knock it off. And an awkward shot by Bainesy there, but he's able to make it go in. The soft touch on display despite the strong physique.
And we got an offensive foul. Tom Abercrombie called for the illegal screen.
He's being told that he's moving when he's trying to set that screen. That's got to be on the teammate that you're playing for, as Tom Abercrombie picks up number 2, but you can't try to come off the screen until that screen is set. Otherwise, he's going to get pinged for that moving on ball.
Mathiang felt he got hit by Baines as well when he caught the ball.
Yeah, he was right. He got moved about 3 feet, but they didn't call the travel, so they didn't call the foul.
Sobey lost the handle, and that is Breaker's ball. And Sobey took one to the face.
Yeah, I think he might have got poked in the eye by Mathiang there. It was clean down low, but I think afterwards there was a little bit of contact to the head.
He is not a hundy. He's trying to recover.
Let's go, Breakers, let's go!
Jackson Cartwright now.
It's the 4th turnover for the Bullets. 3 of those off of steals by the Breakers.
Oh, Will McDowell-White in and out. Gets it back. Matang on the glass. And it's Smith who cleans it up.
The Bullets unable to get that defensive possession, but able to corral it eventually. Second offensive rebound of the game for the Breakers.
Hayes as Jessup makes him pick up his dribble. Sobey for 3. He only had 6 threes against Adelaide, and that is their 3rd attempt. They're 0 for 3 in this game. Jessup for 3. Breakers are now 1 for 5 from downtown.
Both teams happy with the looks, though. Pretty much wide open. Nothing's being forced, all coming in the offense.
Johns to Smith, 7 to shoot. Scott has it, looks up, down to Baines with 3, checks the other end for the shot clock. Pass to Jackson Cartwright. That is what he does. He comes from nowhere and will sneak it out of your hands before you know it.
But he does it so quickly. He's not doubling, and all of a sudden he is. He's able to time that so well. As that ball goes down on the floor, he's on it in a flash, picking up his apparently just his first steal of the ball game, if he gets credit for that one.
Baines the 2nd foul.
Well, they've got such a deep stable of bigs. Of course, Tyrell Harrison played so well in game 1. Limited sighting of Rocco Zakarski, but I feel that's going to improve and get bigger as the season goes along.
Down White. Easy as you like.
It is just both teams at times just waltzing to the rim. And
Justin Schuller does not like the way they're defending that action at all. And he calls timeout as the Bullets head to the bench. 28-26 is the lead for the Brisbane Bullets. And let's go to the IV we had before the game. Justin Schuller.
Well, Coach Schuller, up in Brisbane, starting off your professional career, and you, as a new coach, you want to imprint yourself on the team. How is that working so far, and what does that look like on the court when it's successful?
Yeah, it's a daily work for us to continue to get better, but what I've loved is the way we've gone about it so far through preseason and round 1. And we want a defensive identity. We want things to start from that end. And when we got down there last week, to be able to dig in and know that that end was going to be solid and stable was something that was positive for me. So early days for us. We've got to continue to grow, but good signs moving forward.
And coming against the Breakers today, who had a nice win up against Cairns first time out, what did you pick up that the Breakers did in that first game, and what are you hoping to take away from to have a successful even tonight for the Bullets?
Yeah, we know they're going to be really well organised. Obviously, Will coming back in and having a 2-guard attack there. For us, we know it's going to be take away the penetration, take away threes, and limit to 1 shot. And if we can be consistent in those 3 areas, we feel pretty confident with where we can go tonight.
Appreciate the time. Good luck tonight.
And it is a organised Justin Schuller. This is a playoff-bound team in some people's eyes. You have a look at the Harvey Norman replay here. And what are we looking at?
Well, it's a nice miss shot.
It was a lovely miss shot. It came from
But
one
how about
side
the
of the
angle?
screen.
I just like the camera angle.
Bounced underneath, over the top.
What we didn't see was Willie McDowell-White scoring his 10th point of the ball game in his return, 4 for 7 from the field, but aggressive offensively, more so than trying to distribute early.
Chris Smith. Here's McDowell-White on his hip and knocks it down. Chris Smith had 40 in the Japan League for Chiba last season. Jackson Cartwright to the cup. Oh, man.
That's a 1-on-5. Brisbane Bullets are set defensively, but they just do not respect the quickness with which he can get to the rim, even with Harrison guarding the basket.
Yeah, that Chris Smith 40-piece. He dropped that for Chiba as Johns misses that. And that was with Vic Law, former Bullet and Wildcat. Jackson Cartwright with the right hand this time. Jackson Cartwright's up to 11.
Well, if he gets that ball on the loose ball, he is attacking in transition right at Smith. Give him a little forearm shove to clear the space for the finish.
Abercrombie with the poke. And now Abercrombie sees he reckons Sobey got it.
Well, they're going to check the replay again, and if there's a possibility this might be a challenge. Nice job by Thomas Abercrombie to get in that passing lane and deflect it. And now we will stay with Brisbane Bullets basketball because the Breakers couldn't get to the replay in time. But I think that was probably off Tommy anyway.
He's all over Nathan Sobey and he goes down. kick it out. Smith, 3-ball. Harrison on the glass. Look at that 7-footer go. Man, who's that going to be on? Is that going to be on? It is Tom Abercrombie. So that is foul number 3 on Breaker. 401 games for Tom Abercrombie. Cheatham about to come into the game.
Look at the work that Terrell Harrison's putting in on the glass, just playing himself down low. Just one shot in the ballgame, that's that missed tip there, but already 4 rebounds, 2 of them offensive, and he took away a bucket earlier when he knocked that ball off the rim. Just a really effective minutes by the big fella underneath the rim. The free throw line, not one of his strengths, however, a place where he needs to get improved upon, and until he does, teams will continue to be physical with him when he's got that ball in the paint.
This is both.
They called a violation.
Oh, yes. We've got to stamp this
I
out.
think that's on Silent Cheatham. Well, he was in so early,
Yeah.
I didn't even notice.
I'm with you, Zylan. This is a scourge on the game.
Well, same result, same rebound, so it just started up a little later.
Well, it's set the tone, hasn't it? Jessup up high. Covered from Cheatham is great. PJC with a dish.
That's lovely pace offensively. That ball is pinging around like a pinball in a pinball machine until it finds Cheatham with the finish.
Breakers with the lead. Sobey from deep. Nathan Sobey. Wide left.
0 for 6 now. Maybe they want to get a little bit closer before they go for the deep balls.
Ah, just a speculative pass from McDowell-White. McDaniels. And Will McDowell-White with the offensive interference on that one. Slapped it when it hit the backboard. So here's the look, the cut, and the finish is beautiful.
That's pretty. That is so pretty. And then on the break, McDaniel puts it on the glass. Will McDowell-White just a bit late. Count the 2 either way. 32 apiece, all knotted up. And these teams are playing a highly efficient offense. Breakers shooting 54%, the Bullets shooting 52%.
All locked up at 32. Isaac White, good defense. Norton, and White gets it back. White over the top of Matiang. Harrison was back. So was Smith. Here's McDaniel. Harrison puts it up with a right hand one. Oh, this is great basketball from the Bullets. So patient.
Cheatham picks up the second foul there. Nice attack in transition, really unselfish play, and Harrison, strong move down low, really wide base, taking that contact and fighting through it for the hook shot finish to go up 2 once again as Cheatham heads to a chat with his head coach. But I don't know if they realize that there's only one free throw. He's got to cut back down there and rebound.
Harrison, you're doing well if you foul Tyrell Harrison. He's 0 for 3 to count the violation, but he strokes that one. And they are now 11 of 15 from the line.
Just a testament to the way they're attacking the rim. 15 free throws on pace to outdo what they were able to do in round 1. 26 times to the stripe.
Jackson Cartwright, kick out. Cheatham. No one in the corner. He just throws it away.
That's the 7th turnover for the Breakers, and another unforced one. Really affecting that ability to get the ball in the bucket because of the way they're playing so efficiently when they shoot it.
Mo wants a timeout off that Isaac White make, and this is what he'll get. So timeout, Breakers, with the Brisbane Bullets up 5. And Mody Moore wants to talk about it because the execution hasn't been at all up to scratch in the eyes of the head coach of the New Zealand Breakers.
Parker Jackson Cartwright leading the way with 11 points on 5 for 5 from the field. William McDowell-White with 10, but it's those extra passes that aren't going their way.
Now let's go to Brooke. He's got Finn Delaney with him.
Yeah, here with Delaney. First question, how's the body? How you looking?
Yeah, not bad. Just unfortunately wasn't ready for tonight, but not a long-term thing, so next week.
What are you making of this first quarter and some change?
Yeah, we need to be a lot better, but we just need to find rhythm. We'll be okay.
One thing that everyone wants to see if you're a Breakers fan is you back out there with Will McDowell-White. He's come back and he's looking good.
I was very excited to play with Will tonight. I was very amped, but it's great to see him back. So yeah, he's killing it.
Well, it's great to see you back in the colours. Hopefully, you get you back out there soon. Boys,
Finn Delaney went through an extensive workout and physical test before the game. He looked good out there, but erred on the better side of caution with his lower body complaint. But Finn Delaney excited to come back. He really wanted to experience what it was like with Modi Mora as coach. He loved Modi as an assistant coach. He just wasn't feeling it as a breaker, speaking to him before the game in that last season when they had to play all their games in Australia. And he won a championship in Germany last season. It was a long season. He played around 70-odd games in Germany through the Bundesliga and also European competitions. But he's back and he is pumped to be here.
70 games, and a lot of that was as a backup 5 because of injuries to the team over there. He was playing in that center position quite often, giving up a bit of size, but not strength, and really came back a much improved player. Looked lights out in tall black camp earlier this season. Got off to a great start, just unfortunately can't be out there today.
It was about 11 months, he reckons, this season. Getting there, doing pre-season as Harrison stuffs it out of bounds. And Will McDowell-White foul on that hand. That's not a good sign if you're a Breakers fan.
Well, he's just bracing himself coming down. Harrison, excellent timing once again. Look at the length of the challenge, and McDowell-White just comes down hard on the hand. Nothing bad about it, but sometimes when you're recovering from a broken bone, there's a bit of weakness in there. He heads to the bench now as Eliafa checks back in, and McDowell-White's going straight back to the training room. This is not a good sign for the Breakers.
That is the last thing they need. Jackson Cartwright, pull up. It's good, and one. Parker Jackson Cartwright taking over.
Get him the ball, 6 for 6 from the field, already up to 13 points. And that pull-up game in the midi has been fantastic. Doesn't have to get to the rim every time, but look at, just uses the screen so well, explodes off it, gets to a spot, stops, elevates, hits it, and finishes the three-point play the old-fashioned way.
Bullets lead is 2. And we got a blocking foul. Jackson Cartwright now.
How is that a blocking foul?
He's called for his 3rd foul.
Mitch Norton just absolutely tunnels straight through Jackson Parker Cartwright and then takes out his legs trying to dive for the basketball, and somehow that's PJC's foul. I mean, that's good defense. What did he do wrong? That's a loose ball that he's going for. I don't like that call at all.
Modi Mora does not like that call at all. That is a tough way to make your 3rd foul. Abercrombie's got 3. Will McDowell-White looks to have hurt his hand or wrist. And there's no sign of Will McDowell-White coming back to the bench. So Brooke Rusko has gone under the tunnel to find out more. Hopefully we'll get a report soon.
I saw somebody run out and talk to assistant coach Dan Sokolowski, and he nodded positively. But I'm not a lip reader, so I couldn't see what he said. That was a super helpful update by me, Casey Frank.
Wow, thanks, Casey. Harrison lost the handle. I'm glad you're here, man.
Cheatham's tweaked his ankle now as well. Breakers dropping like flies.
And Matiang. Matiang is grabbing at his groin by the looks of it. He seems to be okay now. Liafa. Liafa can't get that. Long 2 to go down. Harrison, excuse me, McDaniel goes down, but he springs back up. Sobey behind the back. Harrison fouled, and Harrison gets one in the eye. Everybody is getting dinged up in this first half.
Beautiful delivery by Nathan Sobey, drawing multiple defenders and just dropping it into the breadbasket. But we've got an update here from Brooke Roscoe on the injury. What can you tell us, Brookie?
Yeah, not the best update in the world just yet. He went the opposite way of the changing room, and it's kind of hard to find him out in the corridors there. But I talked to a couple of the guys and said there's no update yet. So that's about all we have. I'll keep you up to date, but no word just yet on Will McDowell-White and how he is.
Brooke Roscoe, you cannot chime in with a no update. You have to chime in with an update.
Harrison misses that free throw. Brisbane with his 2-point lead. It has been a physical game so far, especially in the second quarter. And it just got even worse because Aaron Baines is in. And Aaron Baines loves to mix it up.
Baines does have those 2 fouls. Breakers should try to attack him as best they can. Easier said than done.
Sliafa got a tweak back as well. He was a game time decision. He's suited up for this. Jessup with the runner. Nice. From Justinian Jessup, the former Hawk, who spent time in Spain.
Beautiful action, really let that play develop. Looked like it was a fade screen, but it was actually down screen action for Jessup to come off that Mathiang screen.
Sobey misses the 3. Baines with the rebound. Jessup with the board. Liafa across half court. Glidden for 3. Knocks it down. Breakers with the lead.
Cam Glidden has been completely locked in from beyond the 3-point line in the preseason and picks up where he left off.
McDaniel spins, kicks it out. Baines for 3. Mathiang with the rebound. 2:37 to go in the second quarter. Glidden. It doesn't go down. It was halfway down. They set off the steam cannon.
The cannon was convinced. The net, not so much.
Surely that counts. Scott knocks down a 3. That is a 6-point swing.
First triple of the ball game for the Bullets. 1 for 9 from deep now. The 2 teams have combined 3 for 18. They're loving it inside the arc, not so much outside of it.
That is now a 1-point lead for the Bullets, and Shannon Scott with that 3. Now into the game, number 11, Rocco Zikarsky. He's just turned 17.
Well, somebody's got to come out. They haven't decided who yet. And Mitch Norton eventually is the one to go to the sideline.
With a 7'6" wingspan, he is an absolute rock star in the making of Australian basketball. Potential draft pick in 2025. And we got a foul on McDaniel.
Just the 3rd foul of the quarter for the Bullets. So not going to the bonus just yet. They've tempered their activity defensively after a more active first quarter in the fouling department.
Isaac White wanted to check in, and they are furious at the Bullets. The Bullets are furious at the score bench. Justin Schuller slamming his hands down on the advertising hoardings in front of them. Baines puts it to Zikarsky, and it's a 3 in the key call.
A push.
It is a push, excuse me. Number 11 for Zikarsky.
Didn't see exactly what he did there trying to get the basketball, but must have gotten a little freedom with the hands before he snatched it off. Taking a second look at it here.
Oh wow. Rocco.
Justinian Jessup, are you okay?
Rocco, you just can't push Justinian around like that. That's just too physical.
That might be the lightest Zikarsky's ever pushed anyone to get a whistle.
Cheatham goes hand to 17-year-old. Cheatham slow to get back to the plate. Sobey. Scott for 3. Another 3 for Shannon Scott in this quarter.
Somebody's found the range for the Bullets, and thank goodness. Tempering the defensive efforts of the Breakers to catch and shoot. You're gonna have to follow them around a little bit more closely, open up those driving lanes.
Cheatham Jessup, pull up the lefty, can't get the roll.
Oh, nice challenge by Isaac White there. Really making that a difficult shot when it looked wide open.
Daniel with the finish, pretty basketball from the Bullets. The Breakers trans D right now is in trouble.
Finding some space on that cut, able to really push through, and despite multiple defenders being back there, found a wide open lane eventually.
Bullets lead is 4. Taipan's Phoenix next in the league. And that is an offensive interference. So Cheatham's bucket is good.
Goaltending galore tonight.
Everyone challenging everybody on their shots.
Look at a little pocket pass, really well dropped. The patience zone by Cheatham afterwards. And that one called because Zakarski got his hand up on the rim, got it caught in the net trying to challenge. That happens when you're up there that high. Sub coming in.
Chris Smith ready to check in.
For the last possession of the half. We got to figure out exactly how many seconds on the shot clock here now, though. The shot clock has been reset.
.6 left in this half. And we've got a timeout to the Bullets, which will help the officials sort it out. We look at the shooting percentages. That is good shooting from both teams. It feels way more physical than the 50% field goal percentage and a 52% field goal percentage for the Brisbane Bullets. Let's listen into the Breakers timeout here.
You can defend without fouling, or you want me to sub you? You want me to sub you? I got you. So you got Chris Smith, right? You have Selby. You have the 5-man. Set the other matchups, right? You have Scott, you have whoever's left. Cover, Scott just made 2 threes, stop going under. All right? Covers 11 up with everyone. On offense, go fast to money down. You're going to the wing pick and roll with JJ. With 6 seconds on the clock, you're coming off it to shoot a 3. You understand? All right, got it? Yep, yo. Go, get a stop, come on.
Come on. Defense on 3, 1, 2, 3.
So 16.6 to go in this half. 46-44. It doesn't feel like a 2-point game. It feels like the Bullets in ascendancy.
Shot clock has been reset to 14 seconds now here in the half court. So a little bit of a difference between the two. If the Breakers are able to get a stop early, might be able to get a jumper later. Some of the Bullets coming out of the timeout a little surprised. And now wait, this shot clock is off again. Never mind. No shot clock. 16 seconds. This should be the last possession of the half.
I'm here for this.
Thank goodness. Otherwise, it'd just be me updating myself.
Smith gives it to Scott. Jessup on him. Shot clock is on. It's about half a second delay. Ball is on the floor. And we've got a jump ball call. Possession arrow is going to.
Now, the 20, hang on a second.
Now, Michael Ayler wants to talk about it.
24 has not expired yet, has it? So there's under a second remaining. So Blue have the ball with under a second.
And now they're talking about who.
So possession to Pink.
Yeah, jump ball went to the Breakers to start the game off.
It goes to 0. We're normal here. Shot clock off, please.
So it's going to
1
be
second.
Bullets ball.
You took possession and then they came.
With 1 second left in this half.
Right here, 1 second. No shot clock.
Scott. Oh, what a look! Sorby with a finish!
Oh, I'm not sure he got that off in time going for the dunk. That is a long 1 second. We'll take a look at it and see if it counted.
Is
but beautiful play.
Unreal. What a play that is. The Bullets, they walk off. He catches, and that is
Buckets.
good. He is with Brooke Rusko right now.
That's right, bucket is good. Great way to wrap up the half there. It was a real chess match, that first one. What did you make of the first 40, or 20, excuse me?
Yeah, I mean, they got out to a great start, really put us on our heels, and it was a good response by us. We just got to
be ready to go start of the second half.
They got a real two-headed snake out there with Parker Jackson-Cartwright and also Will McDowell-White. Who knows if he's going to come back, but how do you slow them down?
Yeah, I mean, hopefully Will's all right. But yeah, I mean, plenty of speed at the guard spot there. We just got to make it as tough as we can.
Good luck in the second. Cheers, and Jackson-Cartwright is here as well. 14 from you to start this game. What did you see that you liked?
I mean, we got to do a better job. You know, they're getting whatever they want on the offensive end. You know, we're playing a little slow. They're taking their intensity to us, so we got to do a better job.
Yeah, Coach Modi at the quarter-time break said effort. You guys are getting killed on every effort play. How did you assess it in the second quarter?
Well, yeah, I mean, we got to take all their punches, and we got to, you know, bring more physicality to this game.
Good luck in the second.
And so Parker Jackson-Cartwright runs off the floor, and it's the Bullets' 4-point lead. They lead 48-44 at halftime. We'll break it down after the break.
Welcome back to the Hungry Jacks halftime highlights. We see Will McDowell whip that one to the corner here at Spark Arena as the Bullets take a 4-point lead into the half case.
Well, they came out, they've been extremely aggressive, took that first punch and then started swinging back, dominating physically. The Breakers finding good offensive flow at time, playing with high efficiency, but just unable to match the overall effort levels of the Brisbane Bullets, who have just worked their way into lead here in the first half.
What do you make of the effort? That was the big thing that Coach Modi said in the first quarter to the Breakers. He said there was just no effort. They were getting killed. What do you make in the second quarter?
Well, to me, it does look like the Bullets were outworking the Breakers in that first quarter. The Breakers did a better job in that second quarter, but this game has a strange feel to it. It doesn't feel like a 4-point game. It just feels like there's a bigger lead to the Bullets right now.
Well, that one thing that is missing in this ball game as well is that 3 ball. It's just not falling for either team. We see 4 of 17 combined. How do you assess the shots that they're taking.
Well, good looks. They're moving the ball well. The three-pointers that they're ending up with are high-quality shots. What I'm looking at, if I'm the Breakers, I'm most concerned about it. I've sent them to the free throw line 17 times. They've hit 12 of them. Well, the Breakers have only been able to get 7 attempts there themselves.
Well, at the first half, Parker Jackson-Cartwright was doing this thing, 14 points. Once again, what do you like about what you saw in him in that first 20 minutes?
Well, obviously everything offensively, yet to miss a shot, 6 for 6 from the field. His pressure that he puts on the paint is immense. Gets there almost at will. Obviously the biggest problem he's got right now is the 3 fouls, just a little bit too many times getting his hand caught in the cookie jar. Offensively though, putting the ball in his hands and letting him go to work, he could do much worse than that.
We're going to go take a look at Nathan Sobey straight after this, but a big thing was him and his backcourt partner, Will McDowell-White. He may not be there in the second half. We'll have an update on that coming a bit later. Nathan Sobey, though, in the first half, he's going to be a big part of this Brisbane Bullets team all year long.
Well, he's really thinking the game well. I think he's taking what the defense is getting him, forcing that defense to bend to his will with his aggressiveness. You see just the attitude with which he's getting to the cup, putting a lot of pressure on that back line, getting himself defensively involved as well, but just not letting defenders take a break against him. When he sees an opportunity, he is taking advantage of it. I love the mindset, the complete and total game. 9 points, 4 assists, 4 rebounds, a testament to how many areas of the basketball game he's involved in right now.
Well, one thing that every Breakers fan hated to see, and we don't know, we'll get an update on Will McDowell-White, but geez, he looked good to start that first half. What does it mean to the Breakers squad if he's not there in the second?
Well, it's certainly going to affect their depth. With Parker Jackson-Cartwright with those 3 fouls, going to be a lot of problems. Of course, Isaiah Lealfa as well might have a bit of an injury. A lot of bodies dropping for the Breakers right now.
This is a physical game. Who does this lean towards how physical it is?
Well, I think the Bullets, they're built for this kind of basketball. If Millie McDowell-White is out with injury, the Breakers have one less body to call. And remember, they're already without Finn Delaney, so that just puts the numbers in the favor of the Bullets.
How do you see this second half going? It's a big one. It's an early part of the season. Both teams want to get to 2-0 and not get their first loss. How do you see the second half going out?
Well, if I'm the Breakers, I want to pick up the pace. I want to force those big guys to run and try and get them in transition. For the Bullets, they just want more of the same. Keep that attack on the rim as it is.
Absolutely. Well, we will be back with the second half here at Spark Arena right after the break. The Bullets go into this one up 4 at the half.
It's a reunion of sorts. Their analytics coach, Jacob Llewellyn, spent the 2 COVID seasons in Australia as Breakers' assistant alongside Cody Moore. Ryan Repair has played 28 games for Breakers. His performances at Spark propelled him to be picked up by Portland in the NBA draft this year. The Breakers then travel south to play the Utah Jazz on Tuesday, October 17th.
Welcome back, 48-44. It's the Bullets who are looking to be head and shoulders above the Breakers in the second half. They have a 4-point lead at Spark Arena. And for more on how the coaches will approach the second half, Brooke Rusco joins us.
Yeah, let's start with the Brisbane Bullets. They like the shots that they're getting from 3. They think they will force it. Continue to shoot the shots that they're getting. Keep the Breakers off the free throw line as well. That's what they have to do in the second half and keep the intensity where it's at. I'll give you guys a guess on what you think Coach Modi said. It was
Defense.
real quick. That was it.
Defense?
He said defense, defense. And the other one, he chucked in an extra word, effort. So we got 2. We got 2 today.
Oh, effort. I thought the F started with another word there.
So did I.
Thought it would have come off of that one, but it's always on message for Coach Modi Moore. He knows what he wants from his team, at least publicly. He says what he needs. And in that first half, they got outworked by the Bullets. Never what you want to see on your home court, especially with a team that might be down some bodies, but we see William McDowell-White dressed and ready to go, looking like he's bounced back nicely.
It looked like he got a fright more than it. I mean, it would have hurt the way he fell on it, but the way he looked at it, but he's good to go in the second half. He's a baller.
Is pain what you call a fright? Because that looked to me, he came down and instantly grabbed it, didn't want to touch it. But when you're coming back from a broken bone, sometimes you can put some pressure on it, and it feels close to that break just because the bone isn't 100% healed yet. And unfortunately, that's the life of a professional sportsman. Sometimes you got to get back before you're 100%. I mean, I think the last time any of these guys were 100% was, yeah, that's right, the day before they signed their first professional contract.
Well, that is a good sign for Breakers fans. Will McDowell-White, nice sentiment from Nathan Sobey at halftime as well, hoping that Will is okay. A couple of stats to throw at you. 20 bench points for the Bullets out of their 48, and 32 of the Breakers' 42 have come in the paint.
And just 5 bench points for the Breakers in that initial 20. So good signs for the Bullets, sharing that basketball around. But they certainly need to find a way to stop that backcourt monster of Parker Jackson Cartwright and William McDowell-White.
Well, the plays that they were on the floor together, they look lethal. We're underway in the third quarter at Spark Arena. TJC with the ball because it's a Jessup. Cheatham in the corner. The floater is good. Cheatham. Look at his hand as well. He's like, whoa. It works. Did you look at his hand or did he get hit in the mouth?
I think he said he got hit in the mouth.
I think he did. I think he got hit in the mouth, and we've got an offensive foul here. Offensive foul.
That foul call, didn't see how that foul was called. I was looking at Cheatham to see what happened and take another look at it. And yeah, right into the elbow of Aaron Baines there. Illegal screen on McDaniel. Sam McDaniel called for that whistle.
That's why we're going the other way. Zion Cheatham.
Looks like he might be bleeding.
Yeah. This gives you granite right there from Aaron Baines.
Well, they're going to have to sub him out now. Still blood coming out of that lip. So
Mathiang, it's been that kind of game. It's been physical.
Got to stay ready on the bench tonight.
Been well officiated. Oh, Will McDowell-White. Man, he just makes that look so easy.
Yeah, he is just forcing Aaron Baines into decisions, and each and every decision has been the wrong one. Just so much patience, waiting until the last possible second to flip up that layup.
Sobey got Abercrombie to bite on it and hits a 3. That's the third 3 for the Bullets.
Someone other than Shannon Scott can hit a triple. Amazing for the Bullets, 3 for 11 from deep now.
Sobey now 1 for 5 from downtown. Cheatham is at the scorer's table. McDowell-White operating with Mathiang. Puts Scott on his hip. puts it up with the right, and he's got an offensive foul. There's Lil McDowell-White with the push-off, the off arm.
Well, you're calling that elbow, little chicken wing action. Good physical defense by Scott. As we take another look at the up fake, and the late challenge, not enough to dissuade that jumper from Nathan Sobey. He's up to 12. And then we take a look at it. Didn't look like a lot of contact. I thought that was just in his normal shooting motion, but must have hit him in the lip when he was going up into it. Offensive foul called. William McDowell-White picks up his first personal.
Sobey now. Abercrombie trying to stay with him. Slapped away. And it's now Jackson Cartwright to the cup. Left hand off the glass. Man, he makes that look so easy.
Speed kills. Remember, at the end of the school holidays, don't speed on the roads, but walk PJC speed all over the court.
Just shot out of a gun. Bullets up one. Smith goes left. Fires it into the corner to Scott. Checks his feet. Left it short. Cheatham with a great rebound.
He's got to do more of that. Physically box out Baines and control the glass.
They've done a great job on the glass with Baines. He's only got one rebound. Abercrombie on the baseline. Jessup, close out on him. You don't need him getting warm. Now Abercrombie challenging Baines off the glass. Again, the Breakers feasting in the paint.
His first foray in the paint, he decided not to challenge Baines. Second time around, had no choice, and is rewarded for it.
Breakers get the lead. McDaniel, Jessup on him. Now Scott on with the pull-up. Again, it's the Breakers fighting for that rebound. McDaniel had great position, couldn't get the bounce.
Pretty lucky Scott missed that shot, had a lot of time to line it up.
McDowell-White to the trailer. Cheatham left it short. Now Chris Smith pushing. He lose the handle? He did, but McDaniel has it. And Scott on the other baseline gets it in.
Well, that ball was so just waiting out in front of him. It was tempting, forcing the Breakers to go after it. And because of that little gamble, ended up giving up the layup to Scott. Everybody got out of position.
Mathiang ready to come in for the Breakers. Sobey got sold on that one. Will McDowell-White. Sobey felt like he was fouled. He was grabbed, but McDowell-White knocks down that three.
Well, Cheatham's just rolling to the basket, not even trying to set a screen. Sobey ran straight into him, knocked off the defensive pace.
Then Sobey wants it to be shooting. As he goes to the floor, he gets the call at the other end.
Well, it's on the pass, however. Take another look at it. There we see Sobey run into Cheatham.
There's McDowell-White's foul. And there he is. Just getting him on the arm there.
Telling himself he should have shot that one up. Trying to set up Baines, but gets the contact before he drops it off.
Norton into the game for the Bullets. Breakers with his 2-point lead. Baines for three. Aaron Baines showing the range.
He's got confidence in that shot. Mango Mathiang didn't respect it, didn't get a hand up more quickly enough. That quick release ends up in the net as the Bullets retake the lead.
4 for 14 from deep. McDowell-White caught between the backboard and just laying it in as Smith goes the other way. Left hand too strong. Cheatham with the rebound. Cheatham with 4 boards now. McDowell-White into the paint. Oh, Aaron Baines slaps it out of bounds.
Well, so many times when McDowell-White is driven and Baines has been that last line of defense, he's forced him to guess long. Well, this time he's had enough of that. He said, get it out of the shed. I'm gonna knock that one out of the sky. Nice block there by Bainesy. Good timing to do so without fouling.
That is great defense. Jackson Cartwright. Foul on screen.
Sobey is just powering through those screens.
He is. He's feeling physical in this game.
He's trying to force the officiating crew into a whistle on the illegal screen. The Breaker bigs have to be extra cognizant of that and stay completely set when they're feeling that contact about to hit.
McDowell-White takes a rest. The alpha now into the game for the Breakers. Jackson Cartwright fall away. Matiang. Can't get it. McDaniel with the hustle.
Oh, threw it off the leg, still somehow kept in bounds. McDaniel heads up, playing to keep it.
Sobey to the cup and in.
Well, that's explosive.
Wow.
You talk about Parker Jackson Cartwright speed. Well, Sobey has a bit of speed in the tank himself.
Certainly does.
And then elevates for the finish above the rim.
That is elite from Nathan Sobey. Jackson Cartwright has it slapped away by Chris Smith. Bullets now have a 3-point lead. Tyrell Harrison is Bain's arrest with 5:01 to go in the third quarter.
Well timed by Chris Smith there, able to get a hand on it, block it with the left.
Cheatham wanted it to go up. The alpha with the unsportsmanlike foul.
You got to be able to be in a defensive position and try and play defense. I don't understand why that's unsportsmanlike. Sobey changes direction on him as he's trying to take a charge. A lot of body in there, but the unsportsmanlike call. I mean, gets the basketball first, obviously.
He poked it away.
I mean, that's a tough unsportsmanlike call there. That was certainly effort on the basketball. He was in front, almost had the steal, but Sobey was so aggressive, he's able to get that through. A very unfortunate whistle for the Breakers here, down 3 points and a chance for the Bullets to really build on that lead.
I think the referee being on the other side just didn't see the poke away. And it was obscured by the call. You saw Sobey in the open floor going down.
And obviously the rest of the crew agreed with the call. Otherwise, you know, you do have a chance to go and discuss it. So if you see something different, but not the way it goes for the Breakers this time, and a real opportunity for the Bullets to take control of this ball game.
2 shots and possession. Sobey makes both. Nathan Sobey, 16 in this game. He had 18 against the 36ers. The winner round 1. Now he has the ball, and he gets 18 in this game.
Well, that's real poor defense on the sideline out of bounds twice in this game. The first one, of course, at the end of the half where he gets the layup, just a straight backdoor cut. This one, a simple screen, no help, and the defender cannot cut him off before he gets to the cup. Sobey locked in for his 18 points.
This is now the biggest lead in the game for the Bullets. Cam Glidden coming in for Jessup.
Jessup, not the happiest camper coming off the court.
He certainly wasn't. Play not really going his way. He's just 1 for 4 in this game. Shannon Scott right up on PJC.
Really allowed to get away with a lot of physicality, riding him the entire time he's dribbling.
The Arthur. Finally, Sobey has it after the Arthur's poke away, and we've got a travel ball.
Well, this is the street fight of the game. Going at it, we take another look at it. Good, solid defensive effort by Mengo Matiang. That little extra shuffle as Harrison was trying to get through that contact.
Now it's Johns and White into the game. Sobey and Scott, McDaniel will take a seat. Scott stays out there. He joins Norton, Johns, Harrison, and White. Jackson Cartwright, Glidden, Matiang, Liafa, and Abercrombie for the Breakers. And Abercrombie in the corner. Good look from Cam Glidden.
Well, just out of position on that screen up high, a late rotation, and the timely pass from Glidden to Abercrombie gets the triple.
Oh, Isaac White. Oh, good work from Matiang, and that's going to count though.
I think that one's on the rim when he hits it. It's not off the rim.
Still in that cylinder?
Well, it's not that it's in the cylinder. It can be in there, but not on the rim while he's touching it. If it's off the rim, you can knock it out. But you can see here that the contact, I think, is still on the rim. So he's sitting in there, and there he knocks it down. Unless they're saying he got the rim when he went for it as well. Tough to tell from this angle or the replay.
Gives them a 6-point lead. Jackson Cartwright with the left in. Oh my goodness.
And not even sunlight can get through that crack, but somehow Jackson Cartwright finds a way for the finish up to 18.
Norton goes down. Matiang collects him.
Well, they're just calling that out of bounds. I'm not sure. No fouls called here. I'm not sure exactly who it's out of bounds on.
Man, that is a collision. Everybody okay?
And a kick was called. A kick was called on Matiang there.
No, it's a foul on Matiang. Yeah, that's his third.
Foul now.
Matiang jumping up, collects Norton with his knees as he was slipping down. White was banked it, and Matiang with the board. Jackson Cartwright.
He's got mismatches everywhere. Which one does he want? 3 seconds.
Got a 3-second call. Justin Schuler absolutely worked that with Michael Aylen. And there's a smile exchange from Schuler and Aylen because I believe he was probably counting the 3 seconds. You love to see
aggressively, loudly. The big guy's down low and he doesn't get the ball. He's got to realize it, but Breakers need to make an effort to try and get him that ball in the mismatch, reward him for the work.
Norton kicks it out. Scott. That 3 is good. Back to 7.
Love the way the offense for the Bullets is going side to side, forcing that Breakers defense to adjust both ways. Sucked Liafa right into the paint, made him late to recover out on the corner.
Liafa turns it over. Matiang wasn't expecting it. Scott aggressive. Harrison up high. Gal White ready to check in. Oh, Harrison. Matiang did everything right until he fouled him.
Well, Harrison creating all that contact. I think lucky in a couple of situations there not to get the offensive foul. If Matiang would have worn that shoulder in the chest or that elbow in the chest and come down, he might have got it. Instead, he gets foul number 4. So we take another look at the Shannon Scott triple out of the corner. Nothing but twine. And here you see Harrison really coming to the chest, and Matiang just can't help himself but to reach. And he'll be on the bench for a while with that 5th foul. Cheatham gets back in with 2 of his own.
4th foul on Matiang.
3 fouls for Abercrombie, 3 fouls for Jackson Cartwright. No one with more than 2 on the Bullets.
Harrison in at the line. Oh, Harrison far and away. Not far and away. Baines is, excuse me, Sobey's shot 5 of 5. Now Harrison is 4 for 7 from the line.
And found the range after missing those first 2.
Biggest lead now, 69-60. Jackson Cartwright fires it to Abercrombie, who gets slapped in the face.
The Bullets, to me, from this angle, are being allowed to play a lot of physical defense on the ball. Very handsy, a lot of body. Just not a lot of freedom of movement out there for the ball handlers on the Breaker squad. Nice job by the Bullets to stick with that game plan and make everything tough in the half court. And Daniel picks up foul number 3.
Game 401 for Tom Abercrombie. 10 points for him, hasn't missed from the floor. He's 4 for 4. Knocks down the second. Johns into the game for Sam McDaniel.
Lakers need to string a couple of stops together. The Bullets, however, just looking to ride this wave of execution that's been murdering the Breakers in the 3rd.
Sobey on the drive. Harrison on the glass. Glidden comes away with it.
Second effort of Cheatham is able to snatch that rebound away.
Abercrombie skirting along the baseline, has it slapped away. Scott with the turnover. Gives it to Sobey, finds Harrison on the trail. The challenge for better offensive rebounding from Tyrell Harrison.
Just throw it up and get it yourself. Don't even need the teammates. Harrison making a living in the paint. 8 points, 7 boards. Go along with a block and a steal.
Abercrombie finds Cheatham, puts it up and in. 3-point play opportunity for Zion Cheatham.
Oh, the penetrating pass there by Jackson drops into Abercrombie. Harrison concerned about that attack, but a lovely off-balance pass by Abercrombie to find Cheatham, enabling him to get that finish and one opportunity and a chance to cut it to 6.
Silent Cheatham at the line. He's got 15. And he is 2 for 2 from the line, 4 rebounds. Completes the 3-point play. Scott with the ball and Cartwright on him. Smith comes up and gives it back. Sobey into the tee. This is that.
Missed it, but too easy once again. That's right on the rim with no defender.
Jackson Cartwright finds Abercrombie on the track, and he puts it down with 2 hands.
And Jackson Cartwright with that penetration, drawing defenders' attention. Everybody looking at him. Abercrombie running the lane nicely in that secondary transition to create the opportunity.
Lennon tried to get to it. Scott misses that. Lakers have about 6.5-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock right now. Jackson Cartwright gets Scott in the air. Dow White. Still plenty of time in the shot clock. Left hand. Trying to find Cheatham.
Bainsy pushed Cheatham on his back.
Poked away. Smith's got to get a shot up. Hit the block. And that's the 3rd quarter. What a ragged finish to the 3rd. And we got a ball game. The lead, guess what? It's 4 again. 71-67. And we have a ball game coming up in the 4th quarter. We'll take a break.
What have you been doing all off season? DJ! We're coming into the 4th quarter. Your BNT Breakers trailing by 4. I want everyone in the house.
(71-67), the Bullets with a 4-point lead. And we'll go to Brooke Rusco, who's got an update out of that 3-quarter time break and play for the Breakers.
Yeah, listen, over the break, it was like Casey was on the same wavelength as Coach Modi in there. All he was talking about was we need to get stops, and we need to get stopping their execution. Once we get down and we can deal with the physicality down the other end that the Brisbane Bullets are playing at, we'll be able to push this game out and get this lead back. But right now, we need to get stops on this end and slow down their execution.
Well, that's easier said than done for a team that's playing incredibly well. Scott and Sobey leading the way in double figures. Snowden misses that one, but 3 steals apiece from Scott and Sobey. That's really igniting their offensive abilities.
Dow White knocks down that 3. Close as the Bullets lead to 1 now.
And there are transition opportunities on the table for the Breakers, but they have to really force that issue with pace in the transition game.
It was as big as 9 in the third quarter. They've clawed their way back here. Baines on the baseline. Floater is short. He gets his own rebound and hooks it in.
I mean, it doesn't have to be pretty to go in, and it is going in right now. Baines, just all effort, fighting for that basketball and finding a way to get it to drop eventually.
They are all over Parker Jackson Cartwright and Dal White. Longest name backcourt in the league, far and away. And Isaiah Mori-Oho-Leafa as well. Here comes McDowell White. Switch on him. Glidden gets Smith in the air. Cam Glidden makes them pay.
His eye is in. He had a tough year shooting the basketball in his first year as a Breaker, but that has gone to the wayside as he is aggressive from behind the arc.
McDaniel spins, falls away. Oh, that goes in, Aaron Baines. What effort on the glass.
Just taking on 2 on the box out, too strong. Not enough speed work, too much weight, can't keep him off the glass.
75-73, Bullets with the lead. McDowell White with 3. Goes for 3. Knocks it down!
Well, Baines just drops too far around. Great switching of the angle by Cheatham to make that an open shot off the right hand instead of forcing the ball handler to screen him.
Cheatham goes down. It's so physical. And now it's going to be a foul on the Bullets.
Well, Cheatham, I think it's a foul on the Bullets on the weak side. When Parker Jackson Cartwright was going for the basketball. You see Baines running to Cheatham to start this off. And then Jackson Cartwright gets called for that contact he receives over the back from Chris Smith.
Now Schuler and Aylan are talking. Big coach to lead referee.
Tough officiating job tonight.
It is.
There is no middle ground. Every single play there is contact. They can't whistle everything, so they have to use their discretion in what they're actually calling.
Here's Jessup. Left hand off the glass, gets the roll. Justinian Jessup created for himself on that one. And we've got a timeout by the Bullets. Breakers now with a 3-point lead.
Well, what a turnaround for the Breakers. To be able to be down 71-62 not that long ago. Gone on a 16-4 run since then, and they've done it by picking up the effort on the defensive end, taking away the opportunities for the Bullets, but getting more aggressive on the rim in the half court. Don't sleep on that, even though you can sleep on the snooze timeout.
They have 62 rebounds against the Adelaide 36ers, just 27 in this game so far, 26 for the Breakers. It has been a titanic effort on the glass by both teams, trying to box everybody out.
And you talk about that offense on the glass. 23 offensive rebounds in their first game, just 11 today.
So the Breakers with this 3-point lead, 7:26 to go. Justin Schuler and the Bullets call timeout. They felt there was a confident shift in the Breakers' play. The execution was going their way. It has been that kind of game with Aaron Baines in the middle of everything, it feels like, for the Bullets. Shannon Scott with the ball.
Yeah, 16-4 run the Breakers are on in the midst of right now. Has completely shifted the energy of this ball game.
Sobey to the cup and in.
He's just getting a head of steam coming off that on ball, and there's nobody defensively in the lane to attack at. Cheatham guessing worried about Baines on the drop-off, and Sobey just rising up again for the finish, up to 20 points now.
Cheatham And Justinian Jessup, miscommunication.
Well, these are the teething that happens for a team that hasn't had a lot of time together, playing 5-on-5. I mean, it's basically just the imports practicing for 3 weeks, as a lot of the Breakers lineup is, of course, made up of tall blacks who are away at the world champs and still getting familiar with how one another need to play.
Isobe again attacking. Lost the handle on the way up.
Oh my, that is certainly not off the Breakers. They cannot get that one wrong.
They're going to talk about it.
Come on now. Sobe double taps that one. You can see the double tap there quite obviously, and the call is, they discuss it.
That's what you do. You got to work it out. That's what Casey and I do in the off-season. We work it out.
You just tell me I'm wrong.
Oh, that's right. Let's not talk it out on air. Breakers ball. Will McDowell White with it. Here comes Justinian Jessup. Switch by McDaniel. Floater game left it short. Harrison in the middle.
Oh my.
Got him with the foul.
That looked pretty clean. McDowell White looked like he jumped that lane. I didn't see where the contact was, but I hopefully get to see where it was in the replay.
Let's have a look on the Harvey Norman replay.
Nice rebound once again by Harrison and McDowell White. That is clean. Could put it through the wash 3 times and won't get cleaner than that.
Bullets ball. Breakers with this 1-point lead has been back and forth. Biggest lead the Bullets had was 9. Sobe again. He goes down. Man, I don't know if you heard that, but that was heavy.
Third foul.
He just bounces back up. Man, Nathan Sobe's tough.
Look at the drive. He's just searching for contact. Gets a little bit, but Cheatham pretty much straight up. Sobe hits the ground, gets back into the play, none the worse for wear. Third foul called on Cheatham. Harrison heading off to the free throw line again.
Tyrell Harrison, fake for the Franklin Bulls. Sal's NBL. And his head coach, Dan Sokolovsky, assistant coach of the Breakers. And he makes both, gives the Bullets a 1-point lead. Mitch Norton is just all over.
That's his
Jackson
job.
Cartwright.
That is his job. Make it difficult. Nothing easy for PJC.
Jackson Cartwright, the English a little strong. McDaniel comes away with it. Liafa bodies up on Sobe at midcourt. Scott goes left on Jessup. Gives it to Harrison. He gets Cheatham in the air. And Cheatham, with that foul trouble, made a decision with 3 fouls not to challenge too hard. Norton got him again, and this time he's called for the foul.
Nice little turnaround of play there by the Bullets, stringing back-to-back possessions, and once again doing it with work on the glass. Terrell Harrison, fantastic tonight. 12 points, 8 rebounds, 5 of them on the offensive end.
He has been immense off the bench. It is a 2-headed monster.
Playing with great efficiency, just 3 for 7 from the field, but taking advantage of every opportunity he's been able to get, and really being a nuisance in the painted area, both offensively on the boards, but defensively contesting those shots at the same time.
3 fouls on McDaniel, 3 fouls on Chris Smith for the Bullets. Jackson Cartwright kicks it to the corner. Cheatham just not feeling the confidence in that 3 ball. It's been open. Liafa, though, this is that.
It's a shot out of the corner that Cheatham probably needs to take just to keep the flow of the offense going. It was a good look, just didn't have the confidence as he stated.
Sobe, good catch by Harrison. He tried to get it out to the corner. The Breakers steal it.
I'd rather see him try and finish that one deep position. You're playing well, go through, get the foul, don't pass it out, give a chance for the turnover. Scott, amazing D.
Tremendous defense from Scott. Jackson Cartwright pulls a jump ball, possession arrow.
Looked like he put him in a Kimura.
It is Breakers ball.
And Scott having a laugh about it. Look at the pick of the pocket, though. Beautiful defense by Scott. Hustling down for it. Both players try to get it, but here at the end, PJC puts him in the Kimura.
After all that, we have a timeout. It will be Breakers' ball out of the back of it. And the snooze timeout, 81-78. And for Justin Schuler and the Bullets, this game is easily and evenly poised for them to make a run here. And you can see if Schuler and the Bullets can close out a road win in round 2 of the NBL.
That's what I'm trying to do. You guys hey, being a spacer mainly, mate. Being a spacer. Hey, keep being great on the D. The connection, the crowd has been so much better. That's what it's about. Good job, big fella, and being a target there. Offensively, next time down, quick side. All right, get to it, open it up, let it evolve though. Now we go through. If we go back to smack, find your big screening action. Get downhill on it. Hey, movement and ball movement is the key right now. Hard cut, be sharp with the pass.
Let's go to Brooke, who's got some thoughts from the Breakers bench.
Yeah, got to stay in the flow of the offense, giving up a couple shots right there that are wide open. You've got to let that ball fly, especially late in the game when you get a wide open shot. And down on the defensive end, the ball staying in Soapy's hands. He's staying aggressive. They cannot let him get ahead of steam and end up on the rim.
And he has been getting that head of steam with ease, especially coming to that left hand. That action has been designed to get him that catch 3 or 4 feet outside the three-point line on the run and really allow him to get his momentum going towards that rim. That back line of defense probably has to step up a little bit earlier to take away that layup attempt.
Parker Jackson Cartwright.
But let's come out in the zone to switch up the speed.
See if he puts the move. Silent brother. Cheatham as Abercrombie's 3 is long. Not the execution they wanted out of that timeout.
Looking to get to Sobey again, just curling that so he can get that catch and curl it to the bucket on the run.
Harrison with the push-off and the cell jog from Zylan Cheatham.
Well, Cheatham has been trying to sell that contact from the bigs all day long and is finally able to get it. That one probably the least egregious of the contact he's felt today, but that's the one the whistle goes on.
Zylan Cheatham, 16 points for him.
Need to find a way to penetrate the zone. Just can't pass it around the perimeter. Need to get into that painted area, force it to collapse.
Cheatham! Tyrell Harrison met him rim high. Got him as well, but my goodness, what defense. What an attack from Cheatham.
Explosiveness there by Zylan Cheatham going up with the left. Harrison gets enough of the arm to keep it from going in. A chance to cut it to 1 for the Arizona product at the free throw line.
Zylan Cheatham, he has made some highlight plays in preseason. He had some highlight plays in game 1. Misses the free throw. 3:49 to go in this game.
Breakers 9 for 11 from the free throw line. Brisbane 18 for 23.
Makes the second. Now they're 10 to 12. Well, its lead is 2. This has been a tremendous game from the visitors. They've been physical. They've executed like that. They just picked apart.
Well, excellent screen, and nobody's worried about Norton going to the bucket. They're worried about Sobey on the perimeter, McDaniel, Scott, Harrison. Norton takes advantage that time with no weak side help.
Jackson Cartwright kicks it out. Liafa finds Cheatham. He's got to shoot that 3. He does. Too long. Can they track it down? Jackson Cartwright has it. And he stepped out of bounds. So a 4-point game here. It will be Bullets ball with 3:09 to go.
So he moved his plant foot when he was pivoting on 1 foot.
It's called for the travel, was it?
Was it called for the travel? Just wondering how you move when you're just pivoting. Scott goes right. Sobey in the corner. Pull up. Oh,
Nathan Sobey from the elbow.
Just a big-time make, up to 24 points now. The elevation off that jump shot, just impressive. Takes the defender completely out of the play.
Jackson Cartwright misses that three.
And the Breakers just not getting any penetration right now. Brisbane Bullets defense bending but not breaking, forcing everything to the perimeter, where the Breakers are just 7 for 16 from 3.
McDaniel challenges Cheatham. He grabs it. Jackson Cartwright with Scott back. Right hand up and in. There's nothing you can do to stop that. He's so shifty in the air with the way he puts it off the glass every time.
Yeah, really tough angle to finish off of. Solid defense from Scott. He knew where he was going. But the spin, the English put on by PJC on the finish.
Under 2 to go. 85-81, Bullets with the lead. McDaniel, 8 to shoot. Harrison's alone in the middle. Sobey in the corner. Sobey for 3. Misses it all. Here comes Jackson Cartwright. Bullets get back. Operating with Cheatham. Runner, in and out. Tipped out by Cheatham. Great effort. McDowell White has it. New 14 on the shot clock. Cheatham's called up. McDowell White fires it to Liafa. 3 ball. Knocks it down. Breakers down 1.
Bullets take the timeout. Everybody out on that court right now is puffed. Mitch Norton bending over. In exhaustion, beautiful pass by William McDowell White. He has got that on a laser. The triple good from Liafa under pressure. Just a 1-point difference in the ball game now. And the Bullets, who've been executing so well in the half court, get the ball in hand coming out of his timeout.
Mitch Norton buckled on the sideline heading into that timeout. This team has come in and given this Breakers fan base an absolute working over with the way that they've played against their team.
Looks like the Bullets are going to go with a smaller lineup this possession. Looks like Terrell Harrison's checking out of the ball game. Going to go with essentially McDaniel at the 5. Against the Breakers lineup that has been small the majority of this fourth quarter, with Matiang in foul trouble. Abercrombie's been playing the 4, Cheatham the 5.
Breakers with a 1-point deficit behind the Bullets, 85-84. So Harrison will be out there. McDaniel, Scott and Smith and Sobey.
Harrison didn't even sit down that timeout, standing up the whole time. Doesn't need a blow.
Minute 19 to go. Scott with it. Abercrombie picks him up at half court. Here comes Sobey. Drops it off to Harrison. Stepping through. Rebound collected by McDaniel. Just seems to be in the right place at the right time. And we've got a shot clock issue here.
Should drop down to about 11. They just reset it a little bit late there, after possession was recovered there by McDaniel. Let's see what they decide to put it at. Well, they're taking a look at the replay. We'll see. 10 to 11 seconds, perhaps.
And now, just sorting that out. 59.7 seconds to go in this game. This has been like this all game long. Mini runs, fight backs, physicality, attacking the rim.
Gonna add 2 seconds to the game clock. Gonna be at 1:01. Now just the shot clock to figure out from there. Oh, they're moving the shot clock down to 6 seconds.
It didn't touch the rim. I think that's the call, is it?
I thought the ball did hit the rim, but I've been mistaken.
We've got a replay. So it's down to 6. Restart the game. Huge call here. Scott is fouled.
The Breakers have not been disciplined defensively on the shot fake today.
That's just the 3rd team foul, however.
3rd team foul, 3rd personal on the offer as he flies at the eyebrows on that one. Scott to the free throw line and a chance to build on this 1-point lead.
Breakers have a foul to give after this now. 85-84. It's Scott at the line. Next Brisbane foul. Will be shots. Scott hearing it. Rattles it down. 17 for Shannon Scott. In and out. Abercrombie with the rebound.
Playing the 4 and coming up big in year 16. In game 401, Tom Abercrombie.
McDowell White, Tiliafa. Shot clock at single digits. McDowell White stepping back for 3. Left it short. Sobey with the ball. Breakers with this foul to give. Gonna play the shot clock. Sobey with the execution here. Liafa on him. Harrison comes up. 8 on the shot clock. Sobey to ice it. Finds Harrison who bobbles it. And it stays with the Bullets with 4.
Parker Jackson Cartwright came in, got a hand on it, but eventually knocks it off his own foot as Harrison just overthinking that one a little bit, trying to gather. Should have gone straight up with it. Chris Smith going to check into the ball game as we take another look at it. Couldn't quite get the handle off the arm and then the leg of PJC as Mitch Norton checks out.
Offense for defense. Chris Smith is in. 4 to shoot. 18.3 to go. Breakers need a stop here. Ball on the baseline. Sobey to Scott. Jackson Cartwright with the shifty hands. Now it's down to 1.
He does not mind putting his hand in that cookie jar. Remember, he had 3 fouls early in this one and still has 3 fouls.
3 team fouls as well for the Breakers.
They don't want to get it now, though. They cannot foul and let the Bullets off the hook. Just have to play excellent defense and fight for that rebound. Terrell Harrison will certainly be on the boards wherever this shot ball is inbounded.
They're looking for a pin down here, and Harrison can get free. Smith banks it! It's game! Surely!
Chris Smith.
Was that a bank 3 or a bank 2? They call it a 2.
Meekishly, he takes it to the bank against the BNZ Breakers today.
It's a long 2.
That's a 2. With no time left on the shot clock, had to get whatever they could.
Unreal.
Sometimes you shoot the rainmaker and those prayers are answered.
It gives the Breakers a sliver of hope. It's only a 2.
Chris
but
Smith,
it is a 4-point game.
Just his 2nd bucket of the ball game.
Someone call Larry Johnson.
2 for 4 from the field, but none bigger than that one tonight. Some breathing room for the Bullets. And with 13 seconds left, no fouls to give. I mean, if I'm the Bullets, I might just foul, put them on the line, take it away, but any shot that goes up, you're just stretching the ball game out from this point in time. Obviously, the Breakers got to get their quickest, best shot whenever they can.
They have that foul to give. The Bullets, if they foul, shots for the Breakers. They've got to go quick. That was just Chris Smith's 2nd field goal of the game.
It's been a while, a long time between drinks. He had that first one early in this one, but nothing like coming to a party late, but in style. With the kiss off the glass as the shot clock's going off. He breaks the heart of thousands here at Spark Arena.
Chris Smith signed a 2-year deal. So did Shannon Scott, 2-year deal. It's a rare thing these days you get imports signing 2-year deals. And he's paid off there. 88-84. Breakers out of this timeout. Need to go quick. comes Cheatham. Glidden. Got a great defense by McDaniel. Wasn't a great pass. Had to go down. And Chris Smith will dribble it out. And he gets fouled by Parker Jackson Cartwright. He won't just dribble it out. He'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2.
Well, heads up play, of course. Percentages come into play in this competition, and make no mistake about it. Somebody at the end of this season is going to rue not trying to score a late bucket. Chris Smith, for an import, gets the message early, goes straight for the bucket, doesn't dribble it out. Isn't satisfied with the 4-point win, looking for a 6-point victory here.
Cometh the hour, cometh the man, Chris Smith. Icing this game late for the Brisbane Bullets. Nathan Sobey, what a tremendous game for him. 24 points, 9 of 18 from the field. 8 rebounds and 6 assists with 3 steals. And that'll do it at Spark Arena. Justin Schuller and the Brisbane Bullets go 2-0 on the season. An excellent win by a team on the rise. They take down the Breakers on their own floor, 89-84. And the Breakers, they have to travel to Portland to play the Trailblazers in a couple of nights' time.
Well, that is not the way they wanted to start that road trip for the Breakers, but the Bullets staying on top of the table with their 2nd win of the season. And that was an aggressive game plan from Justin Schuller and the coaching staff. Nathan Sobey getting the ball in space with time to move. Some huge buckets in the middle of this one by Shannon Scott. They put together a heck of a ball game to come on the road and get a victory. A season after victories were so hard to find, they have strung a couple together to start the season, one at home, but this one led by Nathan Sobey, your Foot Locker player of the game, with that 24-point, 8 rebound, 6 assist game.
We'll go to the break and we'll come back and wrap it all up. 89-84, the Bullets and Nathan Sobey walk off with the dub.